What's going on, everybody? Jesse Moon coming to you from San Antonio, Texas. My friends, today is a red day. A red day. Yeah, I'm wearing a red shirt. That's for all the service members serving overseas. But let me tell you something. It's a red day in the markets, my friend. The cryptocurrency market and the stock market. My friends, what I'm going to be talking to you today about is how much money would you lose in your retirement account if the market crashed today? How much money would you lose in your retirement account if the market crashed today, my friends? I'm going to give it about 30 seconds to 60 seconds to listen to people hop on here. But my friends, I'm telling you, this is something you do not want to miss. Education. This is free education for you all. Remember, knowledge is what? Is powerless unless it is implemented, my friends. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you do not do anything with it, it is powerless, my friends. Okay, so about 30 to 60 seconds. If you're just now logging on, go ahead and click the like button. Go ahead and click the share button. Let's get this message out to the masses. Let people get the free education that you're actually getting as well. We believe in people, right? We live in a world where we have to connect with other people. We have to share knowledge and information so others can start making the right decisions with their, excuse me, with their finances. Don't be greedy. Don't be stingy. You got to share this information, my friends. About 30 more seconds, then we'll get started. If you have any questions during this broadcast, go ahead and put them in the comments. As I see them, I will address the questions in the order that they come in at. Amy, thanks for joining. Cindy, hi, baby. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So my question to each and every one of you: how much money would you lose in your current retirement plan if the market crashed tomorrow? If the market crashed tomorrow, a lot of you may be saying, "Hey, Jesse, why are you bringing this to our attention today? Why have you been talking about this over the past 6 months, my friends?" It's because I believe in you, and I want to share what I know with you so you can become educated and start making the right financial decisions for you and your family. Let's go ahead and talk about some numbers right now so you can actually see the effect that it's having on all Americans, my friends, here in the United States of America and worldwide. Okay, so conventionally, when we talk about a market crash, we're talking about a crash mode is ultimately right around 10%. A 10% drop or more is constituted as a crash. And see, my friends, on Tuesday of this week, the market fell what? How much did the market fall? December 4th, the market fell what? 3.24%. Right now, there's $5.2 trillion that's tied up into 401k accounts and IRAs. Okay, the retirement savings for all Americans, my friends, fell by $155 billion just on Tuesday. Just on Tuesday alone, my friends. Think about that for a moment. About 55% of the 24 million baby boomers aged 50 to 64 who had $100,000 in their account, they lost $1,620 in one day. Oh, that hurts. I don't know about you, but I remember 2008. I remember when the market dropped by 38% and then it ended at 58%. I remember having family members losing a couple $100,000 in their retirement system. They're still working they're still actively working today when they should have been retired 10 years ago. But yet in retirement, my question for you is, are you tired of the emotional roller coaster of the stock market, of the qualified plans? And let me ask you this other question. How do you want to live your retirement days out? Do you want to live below your current quality of life, or do you want to live above your current quality of life? See, my friends, retirement is supposed to be the golden years. We're supposed to be able to check off our bucket list, to travel the world, to take vacations, to do the things that we've always wanted to do in that last 12 to 15 years of our life. But my friends, not sure if you know the numbers or not, but less than 50% of Americans even have $10,000 saved in their retirement plan. People are not thinking about long term anymore. They're thinking about short term. What can I get now? And they're so far behind on retirement. They're going to be relying on Social Security, but Social Security is probably not going to be around then. But my friends, the Great Recession in 2008, it turned people's 401k into a 201k. I just want to throw that out there. 401k into a 201k. Go ahead and remember that fact. So what kind of retirement plans are affected by the stock market changes, Jesse? I hear this question all the time on a daily basis. What type of retirement plans are affected by the stock market? Practically every 401k account, the stock market and the bond values. Okay. So someone messaged me yesterday and they said, well, Jesse, my 401k plan wasn't affected by the market drop. I said, oh, how was that so? They said, well, I'm diversified. I'm into the bonds. I'm into what they say. I'm sorry. He's in the real estate. He's diversified. He was diversified into the real estate market and equities. And I told him, I said, well, yes, your 401k was affected by the value of the asset, because his plans, the value of the assets that your money is diversified into, it's going to be affected by the price of the equities to some degree or another. You may not have taken the complete drop, but it was affected, my friends. I just want you to know that it doesn't matter how you're diversified. You're going to be losing your money when this market drops, my friends. And just to run a few numbers by you, just so I can kind of travel back in time to refresh what happened in 2008. I believe everybody's on this emotional roller coaster or this emotional high right now. You got people driving cars that they can't afford, living in homes that they can't pay for, and they're just putting it all on debt. We just Black Friday to Cyber Monday, over that 4-day period, Americans spent over $700 billion. And with 78% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck, how do you think they spent that $700 billion? They went into debt to pay for that TV that they wanted, to pay for those sales that they wanted. They thought they were getting sales. So $700 billion in debt, my friends. It's crazy in 4-day time period. If you want to know what's about to happen in a world, go look at look at how people were living before 1929. They were living the same way we're living today. And then 1929 happened, the Great Depression. People didn't know what to do. Think about it. Go back in history and start reading the books. We live in this cyclic world. Everything runs in cycles, my friends. So it happened once. It's going to happen again. And we've had 35 recessions over the past since 1929. Ranging between 7 and 10 years. So in 2008, 2009, that was the worst recession that we've had since the Great Depression. That was called the Great Recession. The national wealth, my friends, the national wealth was reduced by 10%, or if you want to put that in dollar amount, $15 trillion. See, employment, this is where I want people to really understand. The employment dropped by 5.7%. That was 8.3 million jobs were lost. Think about that. Companies went out of business, lost jobs. And just Google job loss, and you're going to see all these companies now. You're not hearing about it because it's not in the news. But if you actually do your research, you're going to see jobs are just laying people off. My friends, what's going to happen with their retirement? What are they going to do now? Because they've been there working 15, 20, 30 years. Now they're going to have to go find a job at a grocery store or Walmart or Kmart or JCPenney or somewhere, being a cashier or a stock person, because that's the only skill that they had that entire time. And they didn't plan for something to happen, my friends. See, between 2007 and 2010, 39% of households, 39%, my friends, 39%, they experienced job loss, underwater mortgages, and other declines in wealth. My friends, it's an emotional roller coaster, my friends. And it's something that, I'm glad I'm not a part of it. I'm just going to point that out. I'm glad I'm not a part of it. So this is really what happens. You hear the financial advisors, you hear all the experts saying, what are savers told to do? They're told to do nothing. Just be calm, cool, collect. It's going to bounce back, because this is a cycle. It's going to come back. But what do they normally do? They panic sell. So they go and sell, which we'll talk about that later on this evening during the free webinar I'm hosting for you guys. See, my friends, age and size matters a great deal in how the stock market will affect you. If you are currently in your 30s, which many of you who follow me, you are in your 30s or 40s. But let's say you were in your 30s and you had 20,000 and like put away into your IRA. You're probably right now told, don't worry about it, stay calm. And of course, you're probably not worried. They say you have time on your side, my friends. However, If you're 60 years old right now and you have a long history of working and you have about 200,000 saved up in your retirement plan, this week alone you lost right around $6,000 just this week alone, and you're probably worried, and you have every right to be worried, my friends. See, my friends, I'm worried. And no, I do not have a 401k. I do not have any of those retirement qualified plans, any stocks. But I worry because 10,000 people every single day will be turning 64 years old, every single day for another 8 years. Half of those people, their retirement accounts are linked to the market. They have market-linked retirement accounts, which are qualified plans, which the government controls, my friends. And this right here is what I'm fearful of. I believe it's going to affect the macro behavior. It's going to lead to depression over the loss of the wealth that these 64-year-olds have, or baby boomers have. It's going to lead to depression over the wealth. And I believe what is going to happen is it's going to trigger a widespread of deleveraging. And ultimately, that's going to end up suppressing the economic growth, my friends. This is something that no one is preparing for, because everybody's telling you where the market's doing fabulous and everything, but I'm here to challenge the status quo and show you factual data. I'm not here to, I don't live in a filtered life where I'm on Snapchat putting filters on everything. This is me raw and uncut, my friends, telling you what it really is. And I just hope you have the courage to think for yourself and make your own decisions, formulate your own opinion by the research that you actually do, my friends. My friends, it is time to wake up. Challenge everything that you have ever known or have ever been taught, my friends. We've had a recession, like I said earlier, every 8 to 10 years since 1929. It's not if the crash is going to happen, but when is the next crash going to happen? I'm going to go over that tonight and show you why the crash is going to happen. And it's going to happen here pretty soon, my friends. I'm going to show you the indicators that I use. But let me just go ahead and point this out. We have the Dow Jones, all right? The Dow Jones right now, just looking at the targets or the current charts, the Dow Jones could easily drop 25 to 30% right now. The NASDAQ could easily drop 50 to 75% right now. Remember, the higher it soars, the harder it's going to fall. My friends, let me ask you a simple question. What was the flaw with the Titanic? What was the flaw with the Titanic? Do you know what it is? Was it that it hit an iceberg? No, it wasn't that it hit an iceberg. Was it that the boat was sinking? No, it wasn't that the boat was sinking either. So if it wasn't that the Titanic hit the iceberg, and if it wasn't that the boat was actually sinking, then what was the flaw with the Titanic? My friends, the flaw with the Titanic is it didn't have enough lifeboats for the people that were on board. My friends, the boat can sink, but if you have a life raft, you can get to land and you're safe. Let me ask you a quick question. In your 401k, in your IRA, in your TRS, in your thrift savings plan, my friends, where's your lifeboat? What is your lifeboat? Would you go get on a cruise ship right now if they said, I'm sorry, but we don't have a life raft for you or a life jacket for you? Would you still hop on board that cruise ship and sail out to the Mediterranean? I don't think you would. So why would you put your money into a plan that there is no lifeboat? You have no access to it. It's not liquid. It's not safe. It's directly attached to the market, my friends. And when the market drops, there's no lifeboat. You just lose. So let me ask you another question. Let's say I have a business proposal for you. And I say, well, John, I'm going to come to you and I have this wonderful business proposal. Okay. You're going to front all the money. You're going to take all the risk and I'm going to reap the reward. Would you come in and do business with me, my friends? I don't think you would. It's not a good business plan, but ultimately that's what your 401k is. That's what your 403b is. That's what your TSP is, your TRS, your IRAs. That's what those qualified plans are. It's where your financial advisor is not taking any of the risk. You're taking all the risk, but guess what? Even in a down market, the financial advisor, he still profits. He collects fees, my friends. He or she collects fees. They still get paid even when you lose. They have no money in the game. Your money's in the game. They're ultimately playing with your money. I don't know about you, but you work hard for your money. I work hard for my money, and I'm not going to put my money into something I do not understand or that I don't control. So my friends, did you know that there's growth vehicles out there? Did you know that there's growth vehicles out there where you can actually get the growth of the market, but actually have guarantees to never lose a dime, to never lose anything? So your market will constantly go sideways or up, like a staircase to heaven, my friends. You probably don't know about that because your financial advisor is not telling you about that, because guess what? It's not in their best interest. And also, you probably don't know about that because people aren't talking about it because they don't know about it. You don't know what you don't know, and that's okay. But I'm here to educate you, my friends. So let me ask you a question, or tell you, if you're interested in learning more about how you can protect your hard-earned money that you're out there slaving away for every single day, blood, sweat, and tears. If you're interested in learning how you can protect that and ultimately save for tax-free retirement and grow your money at an exponential rate, my friends, put your money to work for you with a guarantee of 0% loss, my friends. I'll be holding a webinar tonight at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. I have a link in the description of this video. I encourage each and every one of you to, it's free education. So while many of you may be going out to a party or events or something like that, let me ask you a question. Is your money a priority? Is your financial future a priority? If it is, I encourage you to go ahead and click that button and go ahead and register. It's free. Invite a friend out. If you know a friend is struggling financially or has asked you about some financial questions about what they should do with their retirement, send them that link. Get them to register. Get them to get this free information. Don't hold it for yourself. We have to disseminate this information because it's vital for your success, my friends. Remember, you can't make proper decisions without proper education. And see, that's the issue in our school system today is they don't teach us, they don't educate us about finances. They don't show us how money works. Well, I'm here to take our education system and give it to you. I'm here to revamp it. I'm here to educate you on how money works, how money grows, different growth vehicles. I want to, hopefully in our conversations, I can give you enough value so you can go out there and make educated decisions on your future finances. And hopefully, just hopefully, something that I give you, a little nugget that I give you, well, you can start implementing today or tomorrow whenever you want to, okay? Or next year, whatever it is. Hopefully you can implement that in your daily life and change that trajectory of your financial future for generations to come. Get out of that bad cycle and get into the good cycle, my friends. So I invite you all to come and get free financial education and learn how you can actually start sleeping in peace at night, not having to worry about the emotional roller coaster of the market, not having to worry about financial struggles going into work. I'm telling you, if you learn these small disciplines, 80% of your stress in your life will just be depleted, my friends. You'll be more productive at work. If you own your own business, you'll be more productive at your business. Your business will start soaring, yes, even in a down market, my friends. So I want you to be able to make the right education and financial decisions for your futures. Feel free to invite friends. So right now, click that link below that's in the description, my friends. It's going to be limited to 50 people. 50 people is all I have, 50 seats. So make sure it's going to be first come, first serve. So if you're interested to join at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, click that link, go ahead and register, my friends, and I look forward to seeing you all there. Do we have any questions before I go ahead and end this? Going once, going twice. Awesome. Well, thank each and every one of you that joined this, took time out of your probably your lunch or your busy day to go on and get some free financial education just to hear about the stock market. Let me check the stocks just to see what they're at right now. My friends, the market has already dropped 1.6% today. So that is a total of 4.5% this week. That is a total of 4.5% this week, my friends. So if you had $100,000 in your retirement system, you just lost $4,500 ultimately. My friends, it's an emotional roller coaster. It's something I'm not willing to risk, but I am willing to show you a different way, give you that education. My friends, until next video, may God richly bless you in all your endeavors. Have a wonderful day.